convention, I think, is going very well. They've referenced 1952. I went to that convention with my family, and it was in Chicago, and I had my parents gave me this stuffed donkey, very fuzzy, cuddly donkey that was to be named for the nominee of the party, but it was we didn't know who it was going to be going in. And so the names that they told me my donkey would be Adlai, Estes, Averill, for Averill Harriman. We didn't have any names like that in the neighborhood. Of course, it ended up being Adlai. The next time was 1960 when I went with them, now older and in school, and with the nomination of John F. Kennedy. And the reason I tell you this is because people have been asking me this all the time. How is it different? First night we got there, we were at dinner with John. There was a dinner at a restaurant called Chasen's. This is in L.A. And the presidential nominee was right there. And we could meet him the day we arrived and see him there and see him over time. He came to the convention to accept the nomination on the Wednesday night, which was a departure. And then he was the first president to speak to a stadium. When they were talking about President Obama saying, "Oh my gosh, he's speaking to a stadium." First, no, President Kennedy was, and it was in Los Angeles. It was huge. It was packed. It was fabulous, and he was great. I'd have to tell you this personal story, because after I had, being sort of a teenager at the time, I wanted to go to one of these spots in Hollywood that we all. None of you were born, but people read about these places, and so I picked this place called Romanov's, and so we go to Romanov's, and we're ordering. My mother and my father and I, and my father said, "This is so expensive. How did you?" Because the prices compared to Baltimore were quite different for the same service, the same food, and oh my God, can you believe, $15 for a shrimp cocktail in 1960, whatever. And so he wasn't saying 1960, it was the time. Until the door opens, and this is after the dinner, after the speech, the door opens and in comes President Kennedy. Oh my God, the prices went so far down on that menu. The food got so much better. It was like, this is a great, it came right over. Tommy, my father, had been the mayor of Baltimore and was one of the two leaders of the Kennedy effort. And, Tommy, tell me how you like my speech. And this is like immediately after the speech. Oh my gosh, I was saved. He even asked me how I enjoyed his speech. And then my father was, "This is a great restaurant. How did you choose this?" As President Kennedy came. But that, again, was some indication of how much more intimate things were. I mean, we were lucky that